Hello viewers, সবাইকে পয়লা ফাল্গুনের শুভেচ্ছা. Welcome to the third episode of Hall of Fame. I am Ashikun Nabi from Penthouse Livings from the House of Meghna Executive Holdings. আজকে আমাদের সাথে আছেন Hall of Fame এর honored guests, renowned architects, architect Taniya Karim and architect NR Khan. We are honored to have them with us. Let's get introduced to them. Welcome to our Hall of Fame. It's the third episode, and of course, you are our honored guests to this episode. So, we would like to know about your journey as a team.
Well, we were classmates. We studied together in Buet. তখন থেকেই আমাদের বন্ধুত্ব. And when we graduated, we worked for Professor Samsul Waris again together. And then at one point, we decided to go on a venture on our own, and hence the name Taniya Karim and NR Khan and Associates. We, I think, didn't even have enough time to think of a different name.
It sounded like a law firm in the beginning, but we stuck with that
I
name.
think one was common interests, that we both were interested in art, architecture, fashion, and traveling. And I think also we were of the same mentality about many things and had the same aspirations about architecture. And that, I think, was the main inspiration for us to decide to work together at one point.
That's lovely to know, because now everyone knows about the firm TKNRK, and it is known as one of the best and renowned architectural firms in Bangladesh. So, what inspires your architectural designs, the fabulous creations that you come up with?
I think we actually have respect for nature, culture, traditions. They play a big role. Our backgrounds, they all infuse into our architecture. And also modern innovations. So we always like to, experiment or try out anything new materials, new technology. So we keep on, trying to innovate. So in that sense, we feel that we're still young. We haven't grown that old. We're still learning.
I think we're probably around 35 at heart. So the thing is that we love being modern. We love being of our time. We love being contemporary. So contemporary art, architecture, design, thoughts, technology, they all inspire us.
As far as representing Bangladesh goes, you have done a fantastic job. And yes, you're so right, Jet. Your ideas and designs have evolved over time, taking all the modernity that you have implemented your learning so spectacularly. Architecture একটা জিনিস খুব important যেটা only the renowned architects can do very well. সেটা হচ্ছে creativity আর practicality balance করতে পারা. You have done so in your work. How do you manage to do that?
We try to get a good understanding of the client's needs, because the client is the prime importance. সে আমাদের কাছে এসেছে তার ড্রিমটা বাস্তবায়ন করার জন্য. We also like to study the site, its context, and then we infuse our creativity into it.
Whatever project we do, it has to work for the client. It has to work. I mean, we don't want to impose an idea which is foolish and try to force it onto our client. We take careful consideration of what the client needs. But at the same time, I think we look at our job as a responsibility to push the client into new horizons. So I think we also push the boundaries of what we call practicality. Sometimes in one project you won't get 100% of both worlds. Sometimes it will come with the sacrifice of a little bit of one or two practicalities. But if it gives something unique and something to be proud of, then I think that is
Our achievement.
It's our achievement to show the client of that possibility, and that is what we like to do.
A combination of art and science, and you have done so wonderfully in your work. What is the favorite project that you two have worked together on?
There are two projects actually. One is a residence called Shonchita, and the other one is the Bangla Academy project, but an auditorium and library project. We won the prize for that, the first prize. It was a competition project, so that's very dear to us also. Apnar residence jeta Shonchita, particularly it's very close to me because I used to teach landscape. So it is a combination of traditional Mughal landscape concepts in a used in a modern way, modern setting, and the clients are very happy with it. So that's, I think, a big success.
Sanchita, as Taniya is saying, is that it has these ideas. I mean, when she's saying Mughal, when you actually see the building, you apparently won't see anything Mughal, but it's a very modern building. If we look at the lives of the Mughal emperors and the gardens that they created, they had these gardens which were very different from European gardens. It was not filled with just colorful flowers and manicured landscape. It was not like that. It was about fragrance. It was about the sound of water. It was about being a night garden. I mean, all day they had to administer, they had to go to war or things like that. And then in the evenings they'd retire into these gardens with beautiful sounds of water.
They had the light sensory aspect to it. They stimulated all the five senses.
So আমাদের ঢাকার জীবন এমন হয়ে গেছে যে it's so tough. I mean, we're at war every day with the traffic, with the work we do and everything. So we wanted these clients to retire back to this house, into this garden. So that is very dear to us because it is something new that we did at that time. The other thing is Bangla Academy. It was a national competition. Winning something like that is also a moment of pride for us. But even more than that, what I think why we like it is that in our design, we recovered a pond which people almost didn't know it existed over there, because during the বইমেলা everybody সব স্টলগুলোর চারিদিকে হতো। তাতে হতো কি বইমেলার সময় মানুষের স্টল দেখতো, কখনো পুকুরটা দেখতে পারতো না। সো আমরা ওই পুকুর তার সাথে দুটো ঘাট, একটা ঘাট পুরান বিল্ডিং থেকে, একটা ঘাট আমাদের নতুন ডিজাইন থেকে মিলে এই যে আমাদের একটা ল্যান্ডস্কেপ আছে, আমাদের as Bengali is we are very connected to water. Ghat is our access point to water, and we have a romantic connection with the concept of ghat and water. এই জিনিসটা একটা ইনস্টিটিউশনাল বিল্ডিং এ এনে সেই বিল্ডিংটাকে সাজাতে পারা I thought was something that we really enjoyed being able to work like that. And also there was an idea over there that we had is that the auditorium, usually auditorium solid facades খুব bland একটা জিনিস হয়। তো সেই ফ্যাসাডে আমরা 10টা ভালো বাংলা লাইন লিখেছিলাম। মানে আমরা লিখিনি, লালনের আছে, কবি নজরুল আছে, রবি ঠাকুর আছে, ওনাদের এক একটা করে লাইন লিখেছি। সো আমাদের কথা ছিল এই বাংলা একাডেমির নতুন বিল্ডিংয়ে এসে কেউ যদি লাইব্রেরিতেও কখনো না ঢোকে, বাইরের থেকে সে বাংলা সাহিত্যের 10টা ফ্যান্টাস্টিক লাইন পড়ে বাসায় ফেরত যাবে। ব্রিংিং দ্যাট আদার ডাইমেনশনস টু আর্কিটেকচার বিয়ন্ড জাস্ট দ্য ফর্ম অ্যান্ড স্পেস অর দ্য বিল্ডিং, এটা যে আমরা আনতে পেরেছিলাম এই প্রজেক্টটা, এবং সেটা যে জুরাররা দেখেছিলেন এবং অ্যাকনলেজ করেছিলেন অ্যাজ আ গ্রেট আইডিয়া, এটা আমাদেরকে খুবই satisfy করে, and it was a real important moment to us.
Actually gratifying যখন বই মেলার সময় সবাই
যায় দেখে এটা এনজয় করে। আর এখন কিন্তু পুকুরটা কেউ ঢেকে ফেলে না, মানুষের পুকুরের কাছে যায়।
So the romantic idea of the ghat are of also the fact that এভাবে আপনারা একটা নতুন ক্রিয়েটিভ থিম এনেছেন যেখানে এই 10টা লাইন সম্পর্কে সবাই জানতে পারছে। That's amazing. I think it's an amazing creativity. And also your previous project that you have mentioned যেখানে একটা আর্কিটেকচারের সাথে সেন্সরি ফর্ম এর একটা কম্বিনেশন হয়েছে। It's a complete design in that sense. When you are working as a team, what is the most rewarding aspect to you?
I think the mere fact that we can bounce of ideas towards each other, and then we criticize each other, then we brainstorm, we ideas গুলোকে একসাথে, তারপর আমাদের একটা seamless collaboration হয় যে হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, this is it, and then there's this dialogue and there's this bouncing of ideas. That's the best part of it. I think one important thing is when you're in a partnership, there is no ego issues there. I mean that I design better than you. I've seen a lot of partnerships, I think we've both seen, breaking up because of these ego issues, but touch wood, I think we have managed to overcome that, and we respect each other's work and opinions.
And your respect for each other is evident in how far TKNRK as a firm has come and how well renowned it is for its creations. When you are not architects, how do you unwind yourself?
We both love traveling.
Okay.
I think it's not just a typical kind of traveling or traveling. Yes, we do go to places which are beautiful, but I think it's like to going and seeing art gallery, to see museums. So the other fields of art, creative exhibitions and things like that. So Eta, I think, is something that we both do. Every time she goes out and she sees a great exhibition, she comes and tells me. If I go out somewhere, I come and tell her about it. So I think এটা একটা বড় জিনিস। আমাদের traveling is always connected to অবশ্যই সুন্দর একটা জায়গায় যাওয়া, but also it's such as going to galleries and museums and things like that. আর এছাড়া each one of us has our own interests. I guess Tanya has a great understanding of the fashion world, and she at one time used to do fashion designing. So for me, photography has always been a big escape for me. Other than architecture, I love photography.
And আর কিছু না হলে we just spend time in nature, মানে that's also inspirational. It sort of recharges us, and when we travel, most of the time we put our architecture hat away and then we try to see it with fresh eyes, মানে যাই দেখছি নতুন ভাবে দেখতে চাই।
ট্রাভেলিং এর মতো ইন্সপিরেশনাল একটা জিনিস যেটা আমাদের সেন্সরি এবং সব ধরনের এক্সপিরিয়েন্সেসকে এনহ্যান্স করে, প্লাস অলসো কামিং টু নো অফ দ্য ফ্যাক্ট দ্যাট ইউ are interested in fashion designing and you are interested in photography. I think these two also blend in very well in architectural design because you have the fashion sense as well as the photographic sense of how the outcome would be. So that's amazing to know. People look up to you as the benchmarks, of course, the architects, the youngsters, they're coming up. So what is your advice to them, how to be like you?
Well, my advice would be is don't be like me, be better.
Yes.
Advice I can give the next generation is that they have to be passionate if they have to want to stay in architecture or any field of design. It is not something where the reward will come in monetary terms. It will come from the tremendous sense of satisfaction. যেমন আমরা দুজন, I don't think any morning we get up in the morning and we go to work. আমরা সকালবেলা উঠে আমরা ডিজাইন করতে যাই. What can be more exciting?
They shouldn't stop learning. There's no end to learning. They should take every opportunity to hone their skills, even if it's not architecture related, design related. Anything can be inspirational for them. And arekta holo je if they find good mentors, they should actually follow the mentors and talk to them and get some inspiration or motivation from them.
I think it's very important. We were very lucky to have good
very good mentors.
Mentor পেয়ে গেলে কেউ যদি ক্যান আইডেন্টিফাই দ্যাট দিস ইজ আ মেন্টর, কিছু সময় দিতে হবে মেন্টরের সাথে। ইউ ক্যান গেট টু আ পয়েন্ট ওয়ার ইটস গুড, বাট টু এক্সেল এটা কিন্তু যথেষ্ট সময় দিতে হবে, পড়তে হবে, জানতে হবে, দেখতে হবে। আই থিঙ্ক ওয়ান অফ আওয়ার ট্রেটস উড বি that we are not really scared of anything. We've never been scared. We've never been contained by any fear. যেটা পারবো কি পারবো না, we'll try our best. And এই চেষ্টা করতে হবে, খাটতে হবে, চেষ্টা করতে হবে। আসল কথা হচ্ছে be driven. Love what you do and be driven. That's it.
So if I can sum it up, for not only the architects, also people who want to be successful, because you are of course a definition of success to us on behalf of Hall of Fame. You have to have passion, you have to work hard in developing yourself, you have to find the best mentor and be fearless about your work. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. Ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode from Hall of Fame. That's another episode from us, and hope to see you on our next episode as well. Thank you.